Hello, my name is Gareth Davis. I'm going to give you my review of the Shoreline Apartments rental market in 2025 and some guidelines for 2026. The year 2025 marked a turning point for the Palm Jumeirah apartment rental market. For Shoreline Apartments specifically, rental prices for leases agreed to new tenants increased by just 1.3% during the year. In contrast, Palm Jumeirah overall saw a modest 3.5% increase. The annual rate of rental growth has clearly decreased significantly since the highs of 2023, but is now more sustainable. For many tenants, the lack of wage increases has set a natural affordability ceiling, linked directly to disposable income. In response, many landlords became more flexible. An increasing number were offering 4-check payment plans to support tenant cash flow and avoid prolonged vacant periods with no rental income. Additionally, many of the landlords insisting on 1-check or 2-check payment plans were struggling to find tenants who could commit up front. These rigid payment terms were limiting demand and extending vacant periods. Since mid-2025, the average rent online or listing price has increased. However, the average rent that tenants have been prepared to pay, and some landlords have been prepared to accept, has leveled out. The gap between landlord expectations and market reality has widened, especially where inexperienced brokers or agents have overpromised, quite often to persuade landlords to allow them to list properties online. Agents or brokers attempting to predict rents without referring to actual rents agreed for similar apartments can be an expensive mistake for landlords. Because every 18 days that an apartment is vacant costs a landlord 5% of his or her rental income for that year. This table shows the number of tenancy contracts agreed to new tenants each year. As you can see, for 1-bedroom apartments, they increased up until 2024 with a slight decrease in 2025. In contrast, from 2022 to 2025, the 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom availability of apartments has reduced. This is mainly because many of the 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom apartments sold are being refurbished or upgraded and occupied by the new owners. Investors can rarely compete with the buyers who want to make the apartments their next home. Based on the experiences and trends of recent years, Shoreline Apartments should achieve modest rental movements in 2026. For investors, the message remains clear. Shoreline Apartments offer capital stability. They are one of the safest locations to invest your money in Dubai. As with most cities in most countries, prime locations provide lower rental yields, while less attractive secondary locations may offer stronger rental yields in the short or medium term. At Shoreline Apartments in 2026, sustainable pricing, tenant flexibility, and realistic expectations will define success. Thank you for watching.